It is not only concerning the microfinance institutions. Mr. Speaker, this is concerning also the banks. Mr. Speaker, you will recall that there was a time, or even before last year, before the last 2 years, there was a limit which was put on the interest rates. There was a regulation which was put as of a certain percentage above the central bank rates to regulate the interest rates. But, Mr. Speaker, the banks complained and they said that they wanted to lend more money to people, so they wanted to be allowed to regulate themselves, to do self-regulation, and that the central bank rate, they will not go far off the central bank rates. When the microfinance companies were allowed to take deposits, they also became under the central bank regulations. They were being regulated by the central bank. But you wonder, Mr. Speaker, when the control of the limit for interest rates was removed. Once it was removed, then these people went haywire. The banks went haywire, the microfinance companies went haywire, and they are now charging far, far off the central bank rates as recommended, and they agreed to self-regulation. So, Mr. Speaker, perhaps it will be better for Parliament to reintroduce controls on these interest rates, because when they are there, the banks complain that it is not giving them leeway to charge reasonably, depending on the risks they take in lending. But now when you give them the leeway to now use reasonable rate, what really reason do the banks have to impose interest of, say, 24% when the CBI rate is at 11%? Mr. Speaker, that is more than 50% or 100% profit, Mr. Speaker. Who makes that kind of profit in Kenya? It is no wonder, Mr. Speaker, it is the only these financial institutions, when Kenyans are going bankrupt, they are the only ones who make money. They are the only ones who declare windfall profits when the whole economy is nosediving. Mr. Speaker, this is high time that Parliament thought of ways and means of controlling these institutions so that Kenyans can benefit. So many Kenyans are going bankrupt because of this overcharging.